Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to Pretty Brown Vegan, the place for plant-based comfort foods. If you guys are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Today's video will be a super easy recipe for these chicken flautas. These are made with jackfruit, so they're completely vegan. There are a few steps. We do make all these sauces and the Picot from scratch, but it's so worth it and so bomb. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and stay tuned. We are going oil-free for this recipe and making this in the air fryer as well. Let's go ahead and get started by getting our jackfruit prepared. I am starting with a can of jackfruit, and I do drain the can and then squeeze each piece out because there is a lot of moisture in each of the pieces that come out of the can, and I then go ahead and de-seed each piece. So you'll just watch me shred up the jackfruit and take all of the seeds out here. And then again, each piece, before I do start shredding them and removing the seeds, I squeeze them over the sink just to get some of that excess moisture out. All right, so once we get all the seeds out and get all the pieces shredded, we should have something that looks a little bit like this. And then we are going to go ahead and season this up. To season, I am using sea salt, garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, and adobo. And you guys will see me add all of those in and then just give it a nice toss to make sure that every piece is nice and coated. Once we get all of our jackfruit nice and coated, we're going to go ahead and heat up a pot or a skillet over medium-high heat and add in a little bit of oil. And then we're going to go ahead and add that jackfruit right into the pot. I'll go ahead and toss it around and make sure each piece is nice and coated in the oil and it starts heating through before I come in with some vegan chicken bouillon. I do pick up this not chicken bouillon from Whole Foods, but there are other plant-based chicken bouillon options out there as well. But I go ahead and put this cube right in here and then just give it a nice toss until it melts down and coats all of the jackfruit evenly. Once that is melted down, the bouillon is melted down and everything is nice and coated, I do go ahead and set that jackfruit to the side and we're gonna get started on our sauce. So before we can blend up our green sauce, we will go ahead and brown our ingredients for that. So I am gonna use some tomatillos, and as well as a jalapeno, about a half to a fourth of a white onion, and a couple of pieces of garlic as well. We're gonna go ahead and get this over a nice heated cast iron or regular skillet with some oil in there on medium to high heat. And we're just gonna go ahead and cook that until everything gets a nice char on it. Once everything is nice and charred, we're going to go ahead and add that to a high-powered blender. Once you get everything in the blender, I also add in some cilantro. I squeeze half of a fresh lime. I also add in some water and give it a little bit of seasoning with some sea salt. And I do just go ahead and pop the top on here and blend that up. And then once I was looking at the sauce and tasting it, I feel like it needed a little bit more creaminess. So I did come in with about a half of an avocado and just go ahead and blend that up until it's nice and creamy and smooth. Once our green sauce is prepared, we're going to go ahead and work on our just creamy based sauce. This also uses jalapenos, but I am not going to char any of these. I'm just going to go ahead and pop them in the blender. Some jalapenos, some garlic. I'm using some vegan mayo, but you can also use vegan sour cream. I just didn't have any on hand, but it still comes out really good and flavorful with the mayo. I do use a mayo crema sauce all of the time here when I'm making like vegan tacos. I have a vegan fish taco recipe that is also linked on my channel. I will link it in one of the cards on the screen or put it down in the description box below. But I also add in all of these seasonings as well, that lime juice and a little bit of some plant milk as well here in the blender. And then just go ahead and blend it up until it is nice and smooth. And these are what our sauces look like. That's the green sauce, nice and creamy and flavorful. And this is the crema sauce. And then we are going to go ahead and get started on our homemade pico. I love making pico from scratch. It's better than store-bought in my opinion. It's a lot more fresh. And so for the pico, we just use tomatoes, jalapeno, red onion, some fresh lime juice, some chopped cilantro, salt, and pepper. And once we get all of that added into a bowl, we're just going to go ahead and give it a nice toss until everything is well combined. And then it's time for us to get started on rolling up our flautas. Let me tell you about this girl. Maybe I should. I met her in Philly. All right, so once that pico is together, we can go ahead and get started. This is what our jackfruit looks like once we had set it to the side. And with your tortillas, I am using white corn tortillas, and it is very important that you warm them up before attempting to roll them, because if you don't, they will crack. So I put these in the oven for a bit until they were nice and warm and pliable before I started rolling them. That one could have been a little bit hotter. You can see it is cracking just a little bit. And I do use a little bit of water to keep it sealed and closed up. But we are just going to go ahead and fill these up as generously or as, skinny as you like, and just go ahead and give them a nice roll. Oh, sugar, when you're close to me, you love me right down to my knees. And whenever you let me hit it, sweet like honey when it comes to me. Skin is caramel with the cocoa eyes. Even got a big sister by the name of Chocolate. Brown sugar, babe. I guess high off of love, don't know how to behave. Once you have them all rolled up, we are going to go ahead and start cooking these. As I stated at the beginning of the video, we are using an air fryer today. You guys can fry these in oil if you prefer, but I'm trying to stay away from oil as much as possible. So I am going to go ahead and pop these in the air fryer to avoid having to deep fry them. And I do put them in the air fryer for about 5 to 10 minutes at 350 degrees. I just check on them to make sure they're not getting too brown. I do like them a little brown, as you guys can see here. It just helps give them that nice crispy crunch when you bite into them. But these are what they look like for me when they come out of the air fryer. You guys can keep them on the lighter skin side or on the darker skin side, however you prefer your flautas or your taquitos to be. And then I just go ahead and assemble. I go ahead and top them with the crema sauce, the green sauce, some shredded lettuce. I also put that pico right on top as well. And that is it. Super simple and easy. It just takes a little time and a few extra steps to make everything from scratch, but it's totally worth it to make everything homemade. You know what's in your products. You know all of the ingredients that are in there, and you're making it and you're in control of the sodium and the oils and everything yourself, which I love. This came out so delicious, so very, very, very bomb. Like, they were so good. And I really enjoyed these, and it tastes so good with that chicken bouillon. It just gave that jackfruit, that chickeny flavor that you need. But these are what they look like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to give this a try, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know. Let me know if you liked it. And again, don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this content. Thank you so much, guys, and stay tuned for the next video.